Hi, my name is Megan West. For my senior capstone, I desire to work on a tangible project. My home church, University Baptist Church, or UBC for short, is located in Beaver Creek, Ohio. They've provided me an excellent opportunity to apply what I have learned into a real-world project of transforming a sanctuary space into a children's ministry space. Bobby Shell, director of the children's ministry, is my main client. She provided the list of the needs and wants of the future sanctuary. Ultimately, my client is the current and future members and children of the church. UBC is located on two corner lots with a large open property. UBC Main was constructed in 1987. About 10 years later, the Family Center was completed. A few years ago, UBC East was purchased. This summer, in 2022, with the help of Builders for Christ, UBC will construct a 700-seated worship center. Here is the full floor plan of the existing building and the future worship center. My project is within this portion of UBC Main. In October 2021, UBC launched the Make Him Known campaign. The purpose is to reach people here, near, and everywhere with the gospel of Christ. The new worship center is just one piece of a larger plan to make Him known. Over the last year, attendance at UBC has increased, leading to crowded spaces. Currently, UBC runs 5 morning worship services in 2 different locations, UBC Main and UBC East. Often both locations are packed and late arrivals are asked to return for the next service. With all this growth, UBC needs a bigger worship center. The primary intent of the Make Him Known campaign is to join God in His mission to bring people into His kingdom. God has given UBC a large piece of property to use for that mission. The new worship center will be used to reach people at UBC, to give them a place to worship God, to learn about God, and to fellowship with other believers. The existing UBC Main will be remodeled to meet the needs of the growing children's ministry. Every UBC member is encouraged to contribute to the campaign. The people have made pledges to support the mission through prayer, finances, labor, and service. For my contribution, I employed my talents to redesign UBC Main into a kid-friendly space. On March 20th, UBC broke ground with a ceremony where the whole congregation gathered and turned over some dirt. Over the last month, crews have been working to prepare the area for concrete. When the new worship center is completed, what will happen to UBC Main? Currently, the sanctuary at UBC Main is slated for remodel in 2023. The renovation will address the main problems with the existing space. The biggest complaint is insufficient lighting. This makes the sanctuary very dark and feel smaller than it is. A soffit enclosing the air ducts and fluorescent lights running the length of the side walls above the windows, causing a claustrophobic feel. The soffit creates a visual break of the wooden arches holding up the high timber ceiling. The colors, materials, and finishes, or CMF, needs an update. Here is a close-up of the soffit. The lights don't add any brightness to the space. In my design, I remove the soffit and lights to expose the ductwork, thus vertically opening up the space to reveal the arches. The baptismal and the area in front is used to store various items. My solution for this is to remove the whole baptismal. UBC Maine has two historical features that the church desires to keep. First is the towering stained glass window, and the second is the stunning high timber ceiling. To honor those desires, I have incorporated both into my design. The problem is how to transform an adult space, the old sanctuary, into a space that will meet the needs of the children's ministry. My capstone is to provide two possible solutions. To gain a better understanding of the needs of the children's ministry, I interviewed Bobby Schell. She emphasized the importance of keeping the timber ceiling, however it may be brightened. The stained glass window is a must stay, but the baptismal could be removed. The existing stage can be decreased in size, but some sort of platform is desired. In the classrooms, she wants minimal furnishings such as a few storage units, no tables and chairs, except for a few chairs for the adults if needed. In the large group room, she wants a system of quickly grouping the children by grade. It could be different large shapes on the floors, structures like flags, or easy risers, which are movable and stackable benches. She prefers neutral and subtle colors. She wants to avoid the bright primary colors, which are often associated with kids. The TVs and sound system would be the extent of the stage equipment. Wall-mounted TVs in the classrooms would be desired. No wall-mounted whiteboards. She would like 2 doors per classroom, one going into the main corridor and one going into the large group room to help with traffic flow. Storage is another concern. She wants an area dedicated to the large group room supplies to store and run the items needed for the AV system and lesson-related materials. UBC Maine will be remodeled to provide a large group room accommodating approximately 100 children. Expected activities include large group teaching, singing, games, or exercises. 4 classroom spaces will be added to accommodate up to 25 children each. Activities are centered around small group interactions such as teaching, discussing, as well as fine motor skill games and puzzles and coloring, drawing, and writing. The stage area will be decreased in depth to increase floor space and lowered to make viewing easier for seated children. New storage space will be created by removing the baptismal. The existing storage room will be reduced in area to increase the space in the large group room. The main corridor will be widened to 8 feet to ease congestion in the hallways. It will serve as an interior connection between the family center and the new worship center. Double doors will be at either end of the main corridor. Single doors for entering and exiting the classroom. Each classroom will have 2 doors. My capstone project is to provide 2 solutions to the problem of how to transform the existing sanctuary into the children's ministry space. First, I will show my historic concept, then my innovative concept. Both design concepts incorporate the iconic features of the high timber ceiling and the stained glass window. With my first design, the goal is to harmonize with the overall CMF of the rest of UBC. Also, the floor plan follows the existing walls as closely as possible. The mood board for this concept is inspired by the recently renovated space at UBC East, which features a modern industrial vibe with farmhouse accents. Neutral colors and the timber ceiling will need to blend with the strong pop of the stained glass window. This is the current floor plan. It has a large stage, 3 overflow areas, a few office spaces, and a narrow 5-foot hallway. In the concept floor plan, the corridor is enlarged to 8 feet. The overflow area, the 2 office spaces, are divided into 4 classrooms. This remodel plan utilizes several of the existing walls, which saves on building costs. The stage area is reduced and lowered. Also, the storage rooms are reduced slightly. Here is what the redesign looks like within the context of the whole floor plan. On to our cross-section elevations. This is the cross-section elevation of the large group room facing the stage. This is the cross-section elevation of the large group room on the side wall. The other side wall is symmetrical, so it will look about the same. This is the cross-section elevation of the large group room facing the classrooms. Now on to my renders. This is the large group room featuring the easy risers as requested by Bobby Shell. The metal frames on the new pendants are to protect the bulbs from flying objects such as beach balls or balloons. Here's another view of the stage. The different color benches are to help the kids find their assigned rows of seats. Therefore, each group seat is a specific colored row. Here is a perspective view from the stage. And here's how it will look filled with children. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the 7 child actors and the photographers and the Photoshop artists for making this large group room look full in such a short amount of time. This is a render of the audience view looking at the stage. Here is a view from the main entrance into the large group room. And here is a view from the stage to the main entrance of the large group room. Here is classroom 1. It is the largest classroom of the 4 classrooms. Here is classroom 2. It is the 3rd largest classroom of the 4 classrooms. Here is classroom 3. It is the smallest classroom of the classrooms. And this is classroom 4, the 2nd largest classroom of the 4 classrooms. And here's the 8-foot hallway, which is much wider than it is now. It is so beautiful to be able to see a path going around the line to the drinking fountain and the talking adults. Moving on to my innovative concept, it includes a new symmetrical floor plan. With this design, I am showing UBC an alternative solution. The style is unique and new to the space. For this mood board, the Biblical Creation account was my inspiration, utilizing a blue neutral as the background, subtle areas of color, and natural furnishings, along with the timber ceiling and stained glass window. Here again is the current floor plan. Notice the storage and baptismal at the top. The new floor plan has a centric entrance into the large group room, establishing better traffic flow because the outside entrance and the doors to the large group room are aligned. The classrooms are symmetrical in the large group room. The storage rooms and the baptismal are removed, and the stage is pushed back to the outer wall. Additionally, the windows in the back are revealed to introduce some natural light into the space. Under the stained glass window is a stylish cabinet. Here is what my redesign looks like in the context of the whole floor plan. Onto the cross-sections elevations. This is the cross-section elevation of the large group room facing the stage. This is the cross-section elevation of the side. Once again, the room is symmetrical, so it will look about the same on the other side. And here is the cross-section elevation of the wall with the doors. Here is a render from the main entrance of UBC Main facing the doors of the large group room. Here is a view of the new centric doors from the large group room. Here is a view of the newly revealed windows. The light fixtures on the high ceiling are to represent the heavens. Under the stained glass window is a large built-in storage unit. Notice the color patterns on the floor. Its purpose is to quickly group the children. Here is the space with the children sitting on their color group. Note the center gray color. It is defined as a central walkway between the entrance and the stage. Here is another view of the children sitting on their assigned color zones. This is an aerial view of the children sitting on their color zones. Note that the color zones lead to corresponding classrooms. This helps the children find their way from their color zone to their classrooms. The classroom's colors match the color zones of the carpet. So the sky blue carpet leads to a sky blue classroom. The mint green carpet leads to the mint green classroom. The sunny yellow carpet leads to a sunny yellow classroom. The blush pink carpet leads to a blush pink classroom. Also, the door frames are color coordinated according to their classrooms. My capstone project is how to take an outdated worship center and convert it into an appealing space for an active children's ministry. I offered two different solutions to the problem of repurposing the space at UBC Main. the historic and innovative concepts. Both concepts expand the corridor to 8 feet wide. The historic concept meets the needs and wants of the children's ministry while keeping remodeling costs affordable. The removal of the baptismal increases the overall storage area. The innovative concept features a symmetrical floor plan with a centric entrance. The color zones aid children with finding their assigned areas. Each classroom's primary color matches the color zone of the large group room's flooring. The renovation at UBC Maine is a vital component of Making Him Known campaign. It is at UBC Maine that the church strives to reach people here in Beaver Creek, Ohio, to know Him and make Him known. Thank you for your attention.